A few months ago, a channel called Authentic Animations uploaded a very fun video where he tried to beat Skyrim without breaking any of the 10 commandments. It's a very good video, and the link is down in the description, so please go watch it. However, it got me thinking, what if I tried to do the opposite of that, and break every single one of the 10 commandments with a fresh character? Here are the 10 commandments. Number 1, you shall have no other gods before me. Number 2, you shall not make idols. Number 3, you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Number 4, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Number 5, honor your father and your mother. Number 6, you shall not murder. Number 7, you shall not commit adultery. Number 8, you shall not steal. Number 9, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. And number 10, you shall not covet your neighbor's property or their wife. We also have some extra rules and definitions. We are going to be considering the 9 divines as legitimate gods and the Daedric princes as false gods. Lordus is the last day of the week, and we will consider it to be the Sabbath. Taking the Lord's name in vain includes doing something opposed to the faith while pretending to be a member of said faith. Adultery will be considered as receiving the benefits of lover's comfort without sleeping in the same bed as your spouse, and this one is required because you literally cannot sleep with someone outside of your spouse. We started out at Helgen as normal, fighting through the keep, mostly leveling up sneak and archery. I almost immediately recognized that Dark Elves were not the right race to play as, since they start with Destruction at 25 rather than Sneak. But since they look very evil, I decided to just keep it. And we're going with the name Sinful Steve. I went ahead of Rayloft to the Thief Stone, received the benefits, and then immediately used them to murder an innocent fisherwoman. I then proceeded to steal her stuff. That's 2 commandments down already. After that, I went into Riverwood and lied to Camilla about Feindal on behalf of Sven, breaking Commandment 9 in the process. Then I went to Ember Shard Mine for more gold and XP. When I came back, I waited until Lordas and did some work chopping firewood, breaking the Sabbath and thus the 4th commandment. Lots of progress so far. I then progressed down the main story path, clearing out Bleak Falls Barrow and defeating the dragon for Jarl Balgruuf so that I could get permission to buy Breeze Home for my next commandment. However, 5,000 gold is a lot of money. In order to come up with that money, I'd have to do a deal with the devil, something far worse than any of the things I have done or have yet to do. I had to work with Lydia. If you're not familiar with Skyrim, you may be surprised to find out that it has a lot of exploits, glitches, and bugs. From using a wooden plate to clip through solid objects, to literally standing on a bucket and grabbing it by the handle to fly. However, the glitch we are using is a little less spectacular than that, but definitely no less useful. The process is simple. Drop anything valuable in your inventory and have your companion pick up each item one at a time. Then command them to wait inside Whiterun while you leave. Fast travel back, and you'll have multiple copies of the same item. Some on the ground, plus the ones in your companion's inventory. I do this multiple times until I have enough dragon bones to afford Breeze Home in Whiterun. Then I go covet, and steal, the property of my poor old neighbor, Olava the Feeble. This breaks the 10th commandment. 5 down, 5 to go. After this, I sort of mess up the order and go to Riften to get an amulet of Mara from Maramel, but instead of getting married and committing adultery first, I opt to get the largest amount of commandments out of the way in one single action. Earlier in the run, I had picked up Anders' Amulet of Arkay and received the Blessing of Arkay. I then went to Markarth, tried to save a murder victim, failed, and then got tasked by Brother Variolus to see what's going on in the Markarth Hall of the Dead. Inside, we meet Aola, a devotee of Namira who insists that I ate one of my siblings, an assertion which I don't deny, breaking Commandment 5 retroactively, since eating my own sibling is pretty dishonoring to my parents. She wants me to clear out some Draugr from a cave outside of Markarth. I make my way to the cave, discovering the Lover's Stone for later, and then I clear out all the Draugr so that we can have a feast in Namira's honor. Still blessed by Arkay and still wearing my amulet, I lure Brother Variolus to the cave with promises of fortune and glory. Then Aola hypnotizes him so that I can carve the meat. This causes Namira to give me her ring, which breaks the first 3 commandments all at once. I put another god above RK, I am literally wearing an idol of this false god, and by the heresy I've committed while blessed by and wearing the symbol of RK, I have taken her name in vain. Finally, I head back to Camilla Valerius, give her my amulet of Mara, marry her in Riften, and then I leave for the Lover Stone immediately after our beautiful wedding, where we find both Aola and Lydia for some reason. My theory is that they were Camilla's bridesmaids. I head to the stone and I activate it, and now we get into some theory crafting. Like I said before, you cannot sleep with anyone other than your spouse in an unmodded game of Skyrim. However, you gain the exact benefits of Lover's Comfort by activating this stone, and after activating the stone, you can no longer gain the benefits of Lover's Comfort from sleeping with your wife. As far as I know, that means you have now dedicated your life and love to a rock instead of your spouse, which I would consider adultery, breaking commandment number 7, and, in my opinion, you can indeed break all 10 commandments in Skyrim. Thank you all for watching. I know this is a bit different, but I thought this wouldn't work as one of my normal series, so I figured my wonderful editor could put some work in and make something out of it. Go check out their channel down in the description. If you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as that really helps me know what content you guys want to watch. If you want to see me record these videos live, head on over to twitch.tv/ktogston and turn on notifications. I try to stream every day. Other than that, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.